And to figure out where our priorities are, you look at our budget, where we spend our money. And I wanted to make sure that the next president of the United States know where we need to spend the money, and that is on our young people. We can't just say our children are our future. We have to invest in them.
A while ago, I introduced money that I wanted to spend $350 million a year for empowering youth to be able to avoid being caught in a neighborhood where there's a lot of crime, and avoid having an excuse to walk by the dealer and say, no, I'm not going to be a mule. I got something to do. I got to go do boom, boom, boom. And so getting operations like this set up around the country. We should have preschool for 3-, 4-, and 5-year-olds. You know why? Studies show that anybody goes through those preschools, no matter what their background, no matter how poor, no matter single parent coming out of a family that has real troubles, guess what? They have a 45% better chance of going all the way through high school and going beyond high school and getting in no trouble along the way, because they learn what they know they can do. They learn, they gain confidence along the way. And that's what it's all about, confidence. And you guys are getting, I can see it on your faces when I walk through to see y'all. There's not a darn thing. And by the way, I don't think it's easy. After this is over, some of you go back to tough circumstances in the neighborhood. Some of you go back to homes, like a lot of homes that everybody knows. Black, white, doesn't matter, rich, poor, that are in trouble. And so it's not easy, but it's a hard transition. But what you're going to do, as you break out, as you become successful, you're going to bring a lot of people along with you. And that's what Cedric and I, and if I'm President of the United States, I'm going to spend the bulk of my time making sure there's a path for everybody to make it, because your generation is the most capable generation in the history of the country.
I'm Rihanna James. I didn't have the chance to finish high school because I had a kid at a young age, but now I am at YEP to better myself. My question for you is, what are your plans to help young women and men like me to succeed in getting a better education so that more young people can live a better life?
Unless you have a really tight family that can take care of your child, it's hard to work and be able to pay for daycare. And so one of the things I do is we're going to provide what they call a tax credits, fancy word for saying you get money back, of $8,000 would allow you to be able to, when you get a job, the job you want, to be able to go and, in fact, be able to have someone take care of your kid that's a safe environment, and be in a situation where you don't have to pay, like in a big city like, I don't know what it is, in New Orleans it's probably $18,000 a year, something like that for daycare. If it's be able to get preventative care, be able to have access to care for your children from the time they're born all the way through and not cost you. There's a whole range of things, and we can afford these things.